lately, the toughest part is who gets player of the game.
Fly ball left center field. That's well hit. Grichuk's going back toward that crevice. It is gone! Solo home run for Trey, number 18.
My God, you make a mistake and they just pummel it.
Has the ball been flying out of the ballpark during this homestand for the Phillies? 22 home runs in 9 games. Pretty impressive, averaging 7 runs per game, and no lead is safe for the opposition. That's one thing we've learned from this Phillies ball club. So get your scorecards, get plenty of sharpness on that pencil if you're going to be coloring in more of these home runs. People drove 900 miles to come see this matchup. Well, I would too. And yeah, why go to school? Daycare is in session. The Phils and the LA Angels. All right, so the Phillies 5 games up in the wild card. San Francisco wound up winning last night. There was a near no-hitter, by the way, in San Francisco. But San Francisco wound up winning last night, so they hop over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hey, everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk. We'll hear from Taryn Hatcher in just a little bit. All right, home runs, and more home runs. I mean, this is what you envisioned this ball club was going to be all about.
Yeah, that's just what we thought coming into the season, especially, you know, we got a little teaser with Trey Turner in the World Baseball Classic with all the home runs he hit there. But they are hitting their stride now, what we thought this team would be once they started signing all these guys. And Bryce Harper, when he came back, you knew the ball was going to fly out of the ballpark. That thing there is just a tracer. It hits the facade of the second deck. And this is just not human. I mean, after a while, you're like, you expect it to go at least in the second deck for him. Alec Bohm having an unbelievable year, big 3-run homer last night, and then Bryson Stott said, you know, I'll finish this thing off for us with a home run against the Angels. Trey Turner right here, his 3rd home run of this series. 2 the first night, 1 last night. It's been so fun to watch, Tom. Just watch his team, how they just pummel opposing pitchers, and it's not fun for anyone. You know, you have to go through this lineup, and you look at the spray chart here, StatCast 3D, powered by
Google Cloud. That's right.
This is all the home runs the Phillies have hit in the month of August, and I mean 57 homers, Tom. It's a record for the Phillies. You'd like to say, well, we're going to never see that again, but I think we will see that again with this team.
Yeah, we could see it as it rolls over into September, but again, there's still this 1 day left. Our Citizen Stats leader, Citizens, the official bank of the Phils. You don't think baseball's happy about this? You have 3 franchises that set franchise records for home runs in a month here in 2023. It has been rather impressive for the Phillies. And what has it done? Well, it's given them a little space in the race for the wild card. All right, so the finale of this homestand, and it's been a stellar one, is on tap. Reid Detmers, he had a good start 2 starts ago. In fact, he also had a near no-hitter, took it into the 8th inning. Meanwhile, Cristopher Sánchez on the mound for the Phils. It is feeling like October. Everybody's wide-eyed, all these balls going out of the yard. We might even have a little history here this afternoon. The homestand finale coming up next. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Dear drivers, Toyota has 20 models with all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places. By the Xfinity 10G network, the future starts now. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com.
The ultimate late-night baseball party. See the night's biggest moments. What? The best interviews.
We all love DJ Dan.
And cutting-edge analysis from TV's best.
This one takes the cake.
That is awesome.
MLB Tonight. Late nights on MLB Network.
See it.
He struck him out. It's out of here.
Feel it.
I can't wait for this game to start. He took a home run away.
Live it.
That is as good as it gets.
The big plays.
The beauty of sports is when the hero comes through.
Yeah, the tense moments.
We have an update we must show you. He's done it again.
With live look-ins, highlights, and breakdowns.
That might be what it takes to win.
MLB Tonight on MLB Network.
The next generation of baseball has arrived.
And I am here for it.
Keep an eye on the new faces of baseball on Off Base, the modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It's all about things you haven't seen before.
Only on MLB Network.
Reliable connection you can count on in the clutch, even during peak hours. The next generation Xfinity 10G network. Well, that baseball's just sitting there waiting to be thrown, and that's what Cristopher Sánchez is going to do any moment now as he begins his warm-up tosses. It is a picture-perfect day for baseball. A little breeze going out toward right field.
Huh. Well, that bodes well for us.
It should, yeah. Here's the Angels lineup brought to you by the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts right now. Well, Sean Noel will lead things off, and then Rengifo. Those are two pretty hot guys as far as their offense goes. And then Ohtani, who also has been quietly hot in this series, but it hasn't amounted for a whole lot. Eduardo Escobar does make the start at third base. It's his first appearance in this series, and they're facing Sánchez, his 14th start. A 3.33 earned run average. 64 strikeouts. He doesn't walk a lot of guys, which has been a huge help for him. And he really has been a saving grace for the Phillies because they didn't really have a fifth starter after Belly Falter struggled. And they kind of leaned on Sánchez, and he did not struggle whatsoever. So let's see what he can do here today.
He kept us afloat, Tom, with his quality starts. Wow, that's I don't know what to say about that mask. Look at that thing.
Yeah, Mike Estabrook.
It's a football.
Little style.
It's a football with the throat protector.
It does seem that way.
Maybe he won a silver medal in the Olympics some point. Melted it down, made a face mask out of it.
Wow, that is really a deep dive.
Yeah, I'm going to go by that and see. But how are they? What? Think people will be able to find out if I'm lying or not?
No, I do not think. Well, in today's world, people say things all the time, John.
I hear you.
Well, here is Sean Noel hitting 344. First pitch of today's ball game is presented by Audi. Turn to the experts. Sean Noel has had a hit in his first 9 games, which ties an Angels record for the start of a career with LA. First pitch outside and low. We're underway, and the count is 1-0.
Yeah, probably the worst at bat we've seen out of him this series was against Alvarado last night. First pitch was kind of at his dome. I don't blame him.
1-1. And you take into account, this would probably be a bigger story if they weren't struggling so much, that he was in college earlier this year. 11th pick overall for the Angels. A topper foul, and it's 1-2. Over-under is 9 for today. Odds powered by PointsBet. They went well over that yesterday. Sean Noel, when he was in college this past year, hit .447 with 19 home runs. And then he slacked off in the minor leagues at 370.
Yeah, it's tougher.
Yeah, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball and a call. Strike 3. He wasn't ready for that slider. He backed away from it. 1 away here in the first.
Well, that's the thing when you stand that close to the plate, Tom. It's against a lefty. I always like to back up off the plate because of the angle. And I thought I could see the ball better out of a lefty's hands. But you stand that close, that breaking ball starting at you. So there is some give, and that's what Shonowell did there in that breaking ball by Cristopher.
Well, that one, I guess, missed according to the home plate umpire.
Missed what?
Yeah, JT's double windmill is what Garrett Stubbs did there. He was shocked. Estabrook, the home plate umpire.
Sure, someone down there yelling to poke a hole in that mask.
Fly ball to right field. Marsh is out there today. And he makes the grab. 2 outs. Brandon Marsh, when asked about playing the corner positions, he said, you know what? I don't care where I play. I just want to play, and I want to be out there at the end of the game.
4 at-bats. That's all you ask for. What position you play? 4 at-bats. If I get 4 at-bats, I don't care where I play.
Here's Ohtani. There's the Phillies defense behind Cristopher Sánchez. Ohtani is 4 for 9 with a double in this series, and he takes strike 1. It's 0-1. 44 home runs, 94 runs batted in. Phillies infield plays him straight away on the right side, and they play him to pull on the left side. Outfield is pretty much straight away. Rojas is a couple of steps over. And Ohtani must have gotten a piece of Stubbs. Yeah, he does have fans. In fact, I think there were probably some of them that are wondering today, would he be in the lineup?
Yeah. And
he did not hit him. He heard a noise.
Just polite that way, Tom.
Very polite.
But yeah, today was the day he was scheduled to pitch, right?
Yes.
And, so you would think a lot of people bought tickets with the hopes of getting to see him pitch and hit.
Yeah, and there was different reports. It was either yesterday or today, but I think we were leaning toward today most of the time. Swing and a miss. He threw him a changeup, lefty on lefty. It's an 11-pitch first inning. It included 2 strikeouts. They sandwiched the fly ball to right. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Nice start for Cristopher Sánchez. Phillies coming up in a scoreless game.
Create amazing work with Fiverr. All you need is your team and a talented freelancer who will lend a hand and seamlessly join your team from just about anywhere. Expand your team with a Fiverr freelancer.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too.
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Welcome to the Aura Sleep Lab. You need a bit more deep sleep. Getting enough high-quality sleep increases immunity. Why? Because sleep helps fend off sickness. A good night's sleep boosts your number of infection-fighting antibodies and cells. And with your Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep deep and keep your immunity up. It's like having a sleep lab on your finger. Go to sleep with auraring.com.
If we weren't proud of the craftsmanship and level of detail that go into every pair of Warby Parker glasses, well, we probably wouldn't show you how they're made, including this part, which is our favorite. Wow. And this is also great. Each pair comes standard with lenses that are scratch-resistant, anti-reflective, and UV protective. Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
Well, that sign took some time, so we got to make sure we get it on the air. Here's the Phillies lineup, brought to you by the Xfinity 10G network. Schwarber, Turner, and Harper. Well, then Castellanos, so you know the rest of the guys. First pitch is in there. It's 0-1. It doesn't change much. You know, usually against the lefty, you know this. The big difference today is that Garrett Stubbs is catching and batting ninth. 0-1 to Schwarber. Outside, 1-1. Detmers last time out went 5 innings, 7 hits, and 4 runs, 94 pitches, and a loss to the Reds. But the time before that, against what was a struggling Texas Rangers team, he was dynamic. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 7 1/3. His one hit that he allowed was a Marcus Semien double in the 8th inning. That was it.
Well, hopefully he's tired.
Well, his other 3 starts, though, John, have not been good in the scope of these last 4.
And then you got to face this team. It's as hot as anyone. Can't be fun, Tom. Your opposing pitcher. Who was the coach that said it? We don't know the coach, but one of the coaches said 4 hours of hell.
4 hours of hell.
Yeah. Well, games are quicker now, so it's only like 2.5, 2:45, but it's still hell.
And a called strike 3, so 1 out here in the first. Here's Denver's pitch arsenal. It's for this season, presented by Audi.
Yeah, the 4-seamer that he just struck Kyle out, 42%, slider 34, curveball 19, sweeper, changeup. Eliminate those pitches because why would you? Why would you want to swing at a sweeper?
Now Trey Turner. Turner has hit it 10 straight and 18 straight here at home, and it's 1-0. Popped up out of play.
Pretty good changeup. 86 changeups. Fastball's going to be mid-90s. Big kid too, it seems like.
Inside, that got a piece of him. So Turner is going to go to first. So he's hit by a pitch. And by the way, you mentioned about, this isn't the best team for him to face, because they're red hot. He has given up 6 home runs during his last 4 games.
Now the Phillies have hit more than that.
Yeah, they have.
This gentleman hit a missile yesterday. Good Lord, that thing still going up when it hit the facade of that second deck.
Yeah, 299 career home runs for Bryce Harper. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Harper's trying to become the 5th Philly, the 5th player, while wearing a Phillies uniform, to reach his 300th home run.
Today, do it in front of the home crowd, Bryce.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. We mentioned he hit his first home run when he was a teenager back on May 14th, 2012 against Tim Stauffer. He certainly has not been bothered by left-handed pitching since the All-Star break. I mean, look at that swing. He's hitting .422 against left-handed pitching since the All-Star break. I think he's upset he missed that one.
I think he had one to drive there, and he did miss it. He's going to go to that spread out, no stride.
And Turner draws the throw.
Hey, you can see when they're going to throw over. Logan O'Hoppe, yesterday I watched, and he got right underneath the lefty's arms and put his glove up, throw to first, and then just right there he got behind Bryce with his glove up. So if you're a base runner and you see that, you know they're going to throw over.
A lot of cameras out. A lot of cameras out.
Now 2 of the biggest stars in the game are playing.
No doubt.
This man right here.
Ground ball to second. That might be two. There's one. It's going to be two. 4-6-3 double play. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. We'll go to the second. Angels and the Phillies scoreless.
With Home Chef, you're not just home cooking, you're home acing it. Our convenient options are ready in as little as 15 minutes and way quicker than takeout. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meet simple.
Get 18 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want on the only live TV streaming service rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
When the details take precedence, the rest falls perfectly into place. We strip away everything but the essential. And what we're left with are thoughtful bedrooms for modern living. Thuma.
Sure, you'll teach her how to drive a car, then use Greenlight to power her independence with crash detection with 911 dispatch, family location sharing, and emergency SOS alerts. Invest in your best investment with Greenlight.
We love going to games, but good seats get pricey. So we use Game Time. Game Time checks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals. We got our seats 20 minutes ago for 60% off. Last-minute tickets at the best price in seconds. Download Game Time now.
A contribution we made to the Detmers Children's Health Help Our Radiothon, Kids Radiothon. Make your donation today by texting KIDS to 50155 to help Detmers Children's Health. Detmers.org/radiothon for more info. Brendan Drury leads it off, grounds it to third, backhanded comfortably by Bohm. Long throw low and handled by Harper. And one away here in the second. By the way, Johnny, you and I have talked about this, but over the last couple of days, the Phillies lost a piece of their past when Pat Corrales passed away. Pat was a longtime player, coach, manager in Major League Baseball. In fact, he managed the Rangers. Of course, the Phillies in 82-83, the Indians at the time, now the Guardians, 83-87. And he was a guy who had a football player mentality when he played and coached. He played for the Phillies in 64 and 65, part of those seasons.
Yeah, he's a tough man.
65 games for them during that 64-65 year. And then in 101.5 years as a manager, again, he was replaced in 83 by the Pope. But in 1.5 years as a skipper, he had 132 wins for the Phillies. But our thoughts go out to his family. Rojas gets turned around, goes out, makes the catch. What a recovery on the ball by Grichuk. There are 2 outs.
Yeah, you talk about textbook. This is the one. You saw this ball from Grichuk. Watch it slice away from Rojas. So he has to turn. He does the correct turn. You turn the other way, there's a chance to stumble. You turn that way, you're like a wide receiver. Look how easy he makes that play, though. That is incredible.
Young eyes. Their ball's lined over the head of Bohm down the left field line. So Hoppy has his first hit against his former team. And he'll get to second base with his 3rd double of the year.
Well, he probably caught Cristopher, right? And you would have to think in the minor leagues.
That's a good question. I know he did in spring training. But Hoppy was in Double-A last year when the Phillies traded him.
A good swing right there. Didn't wait around. First pitch. Thought if Bohm comes up with that one, the Angels just might say, you know what, we're good. We're done. Let's get on the plane.
Here's Hunter Renfroe. And he hits that one deep to left field. It's a bullet, and it is gone. It got out of here in a hurry. A 2-run home run for Renfroe, his 19th of the year. Now the Angels take a 2-0 lead.
Perfect.
Right where they want him, right, John?
Right where we want them. Don't they know if the Phillies get behind, it kind of aggravates them?
Yeah, so this 2-run home run gives the Angels a 2-zip lead, but let's roll this out here. The Phillies' opponents have scored first in now 10 of the last 11 games. The Phillies have come back and won 7 of the previous games.
Incredible.
So they're just setting them up for failure.
Yeah, just getting their hopes up. You know, they're good hosts here in Philadelphia. Let them feel good about themselves, and then at the end, you bring them a terrible dessert.
1-1.
Which I don't know if there's such a thing.
Maybe something with coconut.
Carrot cake, maybe.
I actually like carrot cake.
Well, we're not feeding you.
That's true. 1-2.
But you see that, you know, this inning could have gone out of hand. A bullet by Drury that Bohm make a play on. A bullet to center field that Rojas made a heck of a play on. And then O'Hoppe home or doubles, first pitch, and Renfroe first pitch home run. They're trying to attack Cristopher Sánchez early.
And now Escobar hooks one down the left field line. That's going to go to the wall. And Escobar, who hasn't played in this series until today, he's got a 2-out double. And again, all this is happening with 2 outs.
But Cristopher hasn't missed a barrel yet this inning. That ball almost bounced.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's, I mean, they make a trade for Escobar from the Mets. And I was surprised he wasn't playing. I didn't know if he was hurt. I was surprised he wasn't playing in the first 2 games. The guy can play, man.
Here's Velasquez. Shows bunt. Velasquez hitting 177 on the year.
Show Phil Nevin. 2 outs, runner on second, lay down a bunt. Did that once in the minor leagues. I was hot.
One time.
Had a runner on third, 1 out, infield's way back, and I'm like, lay down a bunt, driving this run. But I was hot.
Oh, you weren't hot sweaty. You were hot as a player.
Hot as a player. Yeah. One hopper back to the pitcher.
Well, that didn't work out.
I got cursed the rest of the game by our manager.
Who was that?
Jack Maloof.
2 runs on the 2-run home run by Renfroe.
Covering a full night of baseball is a team effort. From the first pitch,
Let's go to the ballpark.
to live look-ins and post-game reactions. Tell us how this one feels. That's how this team covers every team on MLB Tonight.
The next generation of baseball has arrived.
And I am here for it.
Keep an eye on the new faces of baseball on Off Base, the modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It's all about things you haven't seen before.
Only on MLB Network. If you love baseball, you need to watch Baseball's show of record, MLB Tonight.
We've got a bunch of games kicking off.
Who gets you ready to start the evening? These guys.
With Harold Reynolds, I'm Adnan Burke. Good to have you with us.
Join Harold and Adnan for a first look at the night's matchups.
Shohei Ohtani. We're going to talk about this guy forever.
First take from the players.
Oh, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
And the first of many breakdowns.
Let's put this in perspective.
Then, as your game night continues, stay tuned for the ultimate late-night baseball party. With live look-ins to the night's biggest moments.
MLB Tonight takes you live inside the park.
The best interviews.
I've never asked a player, do you need a blanket? It is kind of cold out there.
And cutting-edge analysis from TV's best former players fresh off the field.
Get your hands up.
There's nothing quite like MLB Tonight.
That is awesome. This one takes the cake.
This is going to be a big deal tonight.
Exactly. You can't top that.
MLB Tonight. Every night on MLB Network.
Playoff preview. Stream the series finale on MLB Sunday Leadoff starting at 12:30 exclusively on Peacock. We'll be on at 8 o'clock on Friday night.
When is that?
Peacock is Sunday. You have nothing to worry about. You're off this weekend.
That's right.
And you're a streaming king. You know how to stream.
Not really.
Yeah, well, just trying to build you up.
I'll be in West Virginia. I know where some good streams are to go fish, but I don't think we can watch TV there.
I don't know. 0-1 to Castellanos. He Swings and misses that one. It's 0-2. Nick is 1 for 7 in the series with a couple of walks. At 274 for the year. On base percentage of 312, OPS of 778.
He's been doing that a lot the last couple series, getting pitches to hit and fouling them back.
Change up, down and away. Curveball. That is the second strikeout. For Detmers. And here comes Bryson Stott, who's A-OK again.
Hey, darn right he is. 9 for 28, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in this homestand for Mr. Stott.
12 extra base hits and 18 RBIs in the month of August, and also has the #1 pick in the Phillies fantasy football draft coming up tonight.
Oh, he won. That's right, close to the pin.
Yeah, closest to the pin. Which was one of the funnier contests that you could see.
Did they hit off a mat?
Yeah, sure did.
I didn't know if they just threw it down there in the dirt by home plate and let it go.
I don't know if that would go over okay. There's a strike, 2-1.
I'd say if there's people in the stands too, you can skull one off that hard clay. Baby could go anywhere.
Well, some did hit it pretty far. Whoop. I think he may have been fooled on that one. Hopefully he didn't hurt himself on it. It's 2-2.
Yeah, just thank goodness it didn't hit him. Ball's up around his head. I don't know if he thought that was going to break, but I think that's one you're glad he didn't make contact on. It wouldn't have gone very far.
Outside, 3-2. Stott last night came off the bench, had a fruitful evening.
Fruitful?
Yeah.
I like that.
A day game. I'm going to roll some stuff out.
Yeah, sure.
Opposite way. That's a base hit. He's thinking 2, but he'll hold up at first. So that's the first hit for the Phillies. 144 hits now for Bryson Stott.
And another opposite field hit. Another 2-strike hit.
Yeah, so if you want to run the numbers, this is the way it looks. 75 2-strike hits now. He's hitting .303 against left-handed pitching with that base hit.
He's going to be an all-star someday soon. And so is this man.
Yeah, Bohm a career high in home runs with 15. 82 RBIs. That's tied with Nick Castellanos for second on the team. This is Bohm last night. Our Audi Electric Play brought to you by the e-tron at your local Delaware Valley Audi dealers.
Yeah, after he intentionally walked to Bryce, Alex said, "No, not today. That might work sometime else, but it ain't going to work today." Big 3-run homer.
Swing at a foul tip.
Phillies never looked back after that. Because the runs and the home runs were very fruitful last night.
Yeah, they were. Thank you for the affirmation, Johnny.
Yeah. I'm loving that word. Fruitful.
Oh, and 2. Inside, 1-2. Did it hit him? Bohm says it did. They're going to point toward first, so he's going to go. I'm sure the Angels will take a look at it. A lot of times with the umpire, it is the honor system with the replay the way it is. I like that signal, Johnny.
What?
The thumb. It's a thumbs down or thumbs up.
Oh, from
the
Phil
Angels. From the Angels.
Yeah, it got him right in the spike. That one doesn't hurt. See when he lifts his foot up right there, it looks like it just got him on the toe. And this has been a struggle with the Angels this series, is that shutdown inning.
Brandon Marsh has hit it 10 straight. 2 for 4 with an RBI in this series. His average at 291.
Who saw that coming?
What, the 291?
291. That's what I mean. This team is so much better than last year just because of him. The two guys on base now have improved dramatically offensively. The defense is good in center now with Rojas and Marsh. Nick's having a good year.
Way inside, 3-0.
Like Bryson's trying to time him out there at second. Detmers, see if he can get a good read from him. Looks like he's a one look and go. The 3-0, you stay where you are.
Take it all the way. Marsh here at home hitting .338 compared to .253 away. I mean, he's the kind of guy, he does seem to thrive on the energy of the ballpark.
Sure does. Not that he needs more energy, but I think this. Look, when you're playing in front of big crowds like this and they're on their feet yelling and screaming, your focus gets like a laser.
Well, there's ball 4. Loads the bases up for Johan Rojas, who's the number 8 batter. It's time to celebrate the best fans in baseball with prizes and surprises on Fan Appreciation Day when the Phils host the Mets at Citizens Bank Park. It's Sunday, September 24th. Secure your seats today by going to Phillies.com. Matt Wise out to the mound, pitching coach for the Angels. I think if you're Phil Nevin or Matt Wise, you're thinking, how can we control this?
Yeah. You know, the only hope you have is that your starting pitcher's locked in, and you know it looked like Detmers was pretty locked in. You know, he hit Trey, but he gets a double play from Bryce, who did hit the ball hard, but you know, and he strikes out Nick, and then all of a sudden it's a base hit by Stott after typical Bryson Stott at bat. He hits Bohm, and then he walks Marsh.
It's in the dirt. That's the problem too, is that he is just not finding the strike zone.
And they're not close. It's not like you could say, oh, he's just missing. He's missing by a lot when he misses. And here's where, if you're Rojas, you got to make sure it's the exact pitch you want and exact place you want it.
Line drive back toward the middle. It was exactly where he wanted. It was read beautifully by Bohm, but then he held up because Stott held up. It's an RBI single for Rojas, station to station. Phils are on the board. It's a 2-1 game.
And there's another. First of all, it's a bullet by Rojas, but Bohm would have scored, but this ball carried a little farther than you thought. And with Rengifo out there, you don't know what he's going to do, but like if you're Alec right there, you're that far off. If he catches it, it's a double play anyway, so just keep running. But look, another inning where the Angels can't shut down the Phillies.
Well, here's Stubbs with the bases loaded and 1 out, and he takes a little high. It's 1-0. Nothing phases O'Hoppy.
No. That's the farthest deflection I've ever seen off of a catcher's mask.
Back toward the middle. That might be two. Velasquez to second for one. Nope, the game is tied. The last second decision, and I think he had to do this, of Velasquez backing up instead of charging it, left the door open for Stubbs to beat it. He'll get an RBI on the fielder's choice. It's a 2-2 game.
Yeah, once Velasquez started backing up, you knew they weren't going to get Stubbs. And you know, Drury had to catch that thing on the run because he was playing so deep. But, you know, like we talk about a lot, that the one luxury we do have as a team, the Phillies, is both catchers can run.
Well, here is Schwarber now with a chance to give the Phils the lead and a pitch inside. It's 1-0. That's the 40th pitch of the game. It's the 26th of the inning for Detmers. Schwarber's got an extra base hit in 7 of his last 8.
Oh my goodness.
He has 10 home runs in August. Our stats with Lowe's. Phillies, most players with 8 home runs or more in a calendar month. The Phillies have 4 here in August of 2023. Yankees have the record with 5 in 2019. 2-1. Schwarber has 10.
Bryce has what, 8?
Yep. Bryce has 8 or 9. Excuse me. Castellanos and Turner have 8. 3-1.
But you know, you're Detmers. You're sitting around watching 2 games. You're watching the ball fly out of the ballpark. Like, where do I throw these guys?
Runners lead off at the 3-1 pitch. 3-2.
Oh, slider by Detmers. 3-1.
That'll tell you where his fastball thought is.
Yeah, not commanding it too well. It wouldn't surprise me if he throws another one. Interesting that they're having Shonowell holding Stubbs on with the lefty hitter. 3-2, 2 outs.
And that just missed. Ball 4. It loads the bases back up again. And Trey Turner's coming up.
Yeah, he walked a hot hitter to get to another hot hitter.
There's barely anybody in the bullpen, by the way.
And behind him's a hot hitter.
Yeah. But there's barely anybody in the Angels bullpen.
No.
There's like 3 guys.
Someone's going to have to eat some innings for him if Detmers keeps struggling.
Oh, 1. Now Rosenberg is going to start the throw. He was just added to the roster yesterday. Fly ball center field. Rengifo is out there. Sunglasses on, waiting. And he makes the grab, and the inning is over. The Phillies, though, do tie it up. They get a single from Rojas, a ground ball from Stubbs. The young guns doing some work again. We'll head to the 3rd.
Keep up with every team on MLB Network wherever you go. Just download the MLB app, click MLB Network, and sign in with your TV provider info. Then watch MLB Network all day, every day, your way.
See it.
He struck him out. It's out of here.
Feel it.
I can't wait for this game to start. He took a home run away.
Live it.
That is as good as it gets. The big plays. The beauty of sports is when the hero comes through.
Yeah, the tense moments.
We have an update we must show you. He's done it again.
With live look-ins, highlights, and breakdowns.
That might be what it takes to win.
MLB Tonight on MLB Network.
Pamels and Noah Levick on the latest Sixers Talk podcast presented by Wilmington University. Well, speaking of the Sixers, we don't need the podcast to break down the Sixers. Nick Nurse presented Rob Thompson with his own Sixers jersey before the ball game today. Had the creams on, and then he pulled off a Craig Kimbrell. That must have enlightened the crowd a little bit. That's a pretty good toss there, Nick. You didn't have the fanatic move at all. Nick joins us up here in the booth.
Thanks for having me. Listen, that's my first pitch, and the last time was in Chicago, and Kimbrell was playing for the Cubs.
Oh, really?
And all my friends said, you got to do the Kimbrell when you go out there, and I didn't do it. And I said, I'm not going to not let that happen today. And everybody was asking me to do it today, so I did it.
That's
awesome.
great. You didn't get a chance to meet him, did you?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
He'll get a kick out of that because he gets a kick out of it. We had a pitcher on the other team do it one time.
Position
player did it.
There you go.
So did you grow up a Cubs fan in Iowa?
Yeah, my dad was stationed at Navy Pier in Chicago, went to the University of Illinois. We lived in Iowa, not too far away. He used to drive us in there as a kid all the time to Wrigley. So yeah, I'm a Cubs fan, but quickly becoming a Phillies fan.
That's a great place to watch a game, isn't it, Wrigley?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
good place to visit.
It was fun playing there.
This place is nice. First time here for me.
Yeah.
What a ballpark, man.
Yeah,
awesome.
it is great. I mean, obviously you were in a great sports city in Toronto for a handful of years, and I think you're going to find that this may be that on steroids a little bit, the way things are going.
I've already found that out. I love it, though. I love the intensity. I love the passion. Love everybody's switched on big time, right? Switched on.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing.
I think the thing with playing here, coaching here, whatever, is they hold you to a higher standard. You screw up, man, they're going to let you know.
It's okay.
Yeah,
that's
the
okay,
way it
right?
should be.
I mean, I figure I got to make about 2,000 decisions every game night. I'm probably gonna screw a couple of them up.
Mess one of those up.
Well, they won't let you know if you mess one of them up.
When in doubt, throw it to Embiid.
Yeah.
There you go.
So how has the transition been? I know, sometimes when a coach moves from one city to another right away, there's no decompression time. But how's it been?
Yeah, there isn't. I mean, you gotta go see all the players, right? Go see them all quick. You put your staff together, and then by then it's summer league, and you're working with the younger guys. And we just left LA. We were in LA for 3 weeks.
As Red Hefo singles to center field. We can't get him out, Nick, by the way. 3 hits yesterday. Yeah, so you got a chance to meet everybody?
Yeah, everything's great, man. We got a home. We sold our home in Toronto. Got a new one here out in media. So I jumped on the media Little League bandwagon.
Oh, wow.
Went up to Williamsport, watched a game. So that was fun. I'd never been there before, and always was trying to get there my whole life, and got a chance to go see my new hometown play.
It's awesome. It's a great place, isn't it?
Really awesome. Really fun.
Well, here's Ohtani, who struck out his first time up. Bouncer to first. Oh, gloved in fair territory by Harper. Fires to second. How about that?
Awesome.
In a blink of an eye, it's a 3-6 double play. I mean, literally, if you blink, you're going to miss the third inning. That's exactly what happened right there. So that's it, Nick. That's as fast as an inning.
That's good, right? I'm good luck.
I don't know. Well,
bring me back another inning.
We do wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
We do wish you the
thanks
best
a
of
lot.
luck.
Thanks for having
we're looking
me.
forward to it. Make sure Allah keeps everything in check on the TV with Kate. So.
Good friend of mine, Allah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Allah Abdelnabi is the best.
Okay.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice to meet you.
Nick Nurse, our guest. We're on to the bottom of the third. It's a 2-2 game.
Imagine an entire channel dedicated to taking you to the most exciting moments in baseball as they happen.
It's gone!
With live look-ins to clutch at-bats.
A walk-off flare!
And players on the edge of making history.
This could be it! 62!
It's the best seat in the house at every ballpark. All commercial-free.
Can you believe it?
MLB Network Strike Zone. Wednesdays and Fridays, all season long.
Listen to live Blackout-free audio from every major league club.
And Aaron Judge with some thump.
Stream video of minor league games.
That's a go-ahead grand slam.
And watch the best baseball highlights and look-ins on MLB Big Inning. The all-new At Bat is your all-in-one live baseball subscription for only $3.99 per month.
There she goes. Home run, Pete Alonso.
Subscribe to At Bat within the MLB app today.
Think baseball.
There's something that's been missing in the debate.
Think analysis.
He really looked like the perfect thing to add to this club last night.
Think advanced metrics.
The new rules are having an impact, and I'll bottom line it.
Think MLB Now, the show for the thinking fan, only on MLB Network. It's the modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan. Off Base, with interviews and coverage of baseball's hottest stars.
I've done a couple interviews in my life. This probably is the most fun I've ever been a part of.
Harper grounded it to a double play his last time up, and he lines that one down the right field line foul. That was a hanger. Now, here's the thing. It was a 6-pitch top of the 3rd inning, and this was after Detmers had a long bottom of the 2nd. So
yeah,
he may not have been able to catch his breath yet.
Might be why that first one was such a hanger.
Yeah, the pitch popped up outside of 3rd. He's hanging another one.
Bottom hand fell off the bat.
1-2. Yeah, Harper is going without the batting gloves as he's on the doorstep of 300 home runs.
Man, I'd love to see him get that today. This crowd will go crazy, man.
Yeah, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Not this time. 3 strikeouts. And 1 away for Castellanos.
Yeah, Detmer goes back to that breaking ball. Now that's a good one, 0-2. That, or 2 strikes. That's a great pitch.
All right, so that'll bring Castellanos up. He struck out his first time up. Phillies, by the way, have won 28 games against the American League this year. I don't even know if you can call it interleague anymore because there's a American League, National League matchup all the time.
Yeah, we'll just call it the other league.
The other league. But those 28 wins are tops in baseball. The Blue Jays have 27 wins against the National League. The Braves, the Brewers, the Marlins, and the Rays each have 26 wins against the opposite league.
Or a lap in the field.
At the knees, 1-2.
Well, maybe Detmers needs to be more tired in between. Maybe he should jog up the tunnel a few times.
By the way, we've never had a fast inning like that with an interview.
No, never even got to ask you about my favorite player, Maxie.
Maybe you can submit an email to him about it. Just give him a list of things.
Very good at that. No, so I go in my Florida Gulf Coast. My daughter went up there for a visit. We walk in, this gentleman named Danny Mahe. He's the recruiter for Florida Gulf Coast. He was also the college recruitment guy for my daughter's club team. So we walk in his office and there's a jersey, Toronto Raptors jersey, Nick Nurse. Nick's wife went to Florida Gulf Coast, played volleyball there. And I asked Danny, I said, what the hell is this jersey doing in here? He goes, oh, well, his wife went here and he sent us this jersey after they won the championship.
That's going to drop in for a hit. So you wanted to send him a Sixers jersey now?
No, I wanted to tear that one apart.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com.
Those kids are A-OK, Tom.
They sure are. At least until school begins.
But then I thought, you know what? That is pretty cool that he would send him a jersey to put in his office.
Ground ball right side. Drury gets to it, scrambles to a knee, and then throws out Stott.
A heck of a play by Drury. Was he the one that dove for the ball the other night and couldn't get up?
Let me see.
Is that Drury? Yeah, look at this play, though. Nice slide, pop up, and really good, strong, accurate throw from not really look. Well, I guess we give the Card some credit. Card must have helped him defend that ball.
Outside corner, 0-1 to Bohm. Got a chance with a runner in scoring position. 46 hits this year with runners in scoring position for Alec Bohm. On this homestand, he's been hit by a pitch twice, including his last time. He's walked 4 times. He has 3 home runs. 0-2.
Been throwing him a lot of changeups. I know yesterday Anderson threw him a ton of changeups, and after they intensely walked Bryce, he kind of said that he was looking there for that changeup, and he got one. God, Hoppy's a big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I was talking to him yesterday in the clubhouse, and obviously we saw him in spring training, and he was with the team during the pandemic. You forget sometimes. He is tall and he's built.
And you talked to Mickey Moniak about my
I did.
displeasure with him bunting.
I did. I said you let out a sound of sorts.
Whoops.
He thought it was very entertaining.
Well, that's what happens when you get taken by surprise, you know. He let out some audible gasps.
Fly ball, short center. And Velasquez, the shortstop, is out there, and he makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll head to the 4th, 2-2 game.
Covering a full night of baseball is a team effort, and it all starts right here with Harold and Adnan on MLB Tonight's First Pitch.
Who's ready for baseball? It's time for the first pitch.
We're about 25 minutes from game time. I'm so excited.
Our quick hitters right out of the gate. During the games, we take you to the games where you might see a lot.
Greg, we have a potential walk-off at Wrigley.
No way. What's going on?
Oh, they've got a runner at third and Nico Horner's up. Here's a pitch.
Base hit. Nico rocks it up. Cubs win.
Cubs win.
And after the games, we're all about instant highlights and player reactions.
Nico, congratulations. Your first career walk-off hit. How did that one feel?
Oh, man, it's as good as it gets. An amazing crowd here tonight. Wrigley Field is a very special place. We're feeling good right now, for sure.
And that's how this team covers every team. All in a night's work on MLB Tonight.
I'ma do what? That's on me.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
'23 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. All right, we go to the top of the 4th inning. Cristopher Sánchez, he threw only 6 pitches in his last half inning.
I'll tell you what, if anyone's concerned about Bryce's arm, that throw from first to second to get Rengifo on that double play, he had some pretty good velocity on that thing.
Brandon Drury leads it off. He grounded to third his first time up. See the comparison between the two starters. Little different.
Little bit. Just a touch. He don't get too excited about a whole lot, does he, Cristopher?
No.
Pretty level-headed.
Drury last year hit 28 home runs. 20 of those home runs with Cincinnati, 8 with San Diego. He had a great start to the year. Since the All-Star break, though, 233 with 4 home runs.
He swung it pretty well here. First game he did.
field line. Look at
wow,
what a play.
what a
Wow. McKenzie, a little self-defense on that one. That was a thing of beauty.
That was unbelievable.
Chair in hand and still able to stay concentrating. Nice job.
Drury's probably thinking, my God, even the ball girls are picking my stuff. Look at this. Look at this. And it was like, no big deal.
No big deal.
I got it. Heck of a play, young lady.
Down the right field line. McKenzie's going to go the other way this time.
Talk about someone's on top of their game. McKenzie just locking it in today.
It's a day game, John. I had a lot of time on my hands.
McKenzie did?
No, I did.
Well, you're not locked in yet. She is. You'll get there. It's like the Phillies offense. Tom, be patient. It'll come around.
Swing and a miss. That's 4 strikeouts. Time now for our T-Mobile coverage cam. John, before the ball game, we had another ring presentation to Mickey Moniak.
Yeah, it's. I'm sure it's. Great for Mickey, and look, man. Whether you played a lot or a little, or we're up half the time, or a little bit of the time, or all the time, still an important part of this organization, important part of this team.
He had everything ahead of him also last year after a great spring, and then got hit by the pitch in the final exhibition game against the Tampa Bay Rays, and then just didn't find the swing the way he had it earlier in the year. 1 ball, 1 strike to Grichuk, who's 0 for 1. Retired on a fine play by Rojas.
Huh. Take that.
You call that a strike?
He did call that a strike, Tom. Wasn't too close.
Off the end of the bat, spun over to first. Harper's got it, moving well. 3 unassisted, 2 outs. Yet here comes O'Hoppe.
Pretty darn good athlete over there at first. And that's what it takes to be a great first baseman, Tom.
Athletic.
Athletic.
That's right.
Nimble, flexible.
Good hair.
He's got great hair.
0-1. I was referring to you too, though.
I just had long hair, kind of unruly. Got a brush stuck in the mullet one day. I had to call the trainer to come down with the tape scissors and cut the brush out.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was it your brush?
Yeah.
Hit sharply on 1 hop, spinning play after the slide by Bohm over the first. I got to tell you what, these last couple innings, there's been some leather being flipped, not only by McKenzie down the right field line, but also everybody else playing within the lines. It's a nice play by Bohm.
If you love baseball, you need to watch Baseball Show of Record, MLB Tonight.
We've got a bunch of games kicking off.
Who gets you ready to start the evening? These guys.
With Harold Reynolds, I'm Adnan Burke. Good to have you with us.
Join Harold and Adnan for a first look at the night's matchups.
Shohei Ohtani. We're going to talk about this guy forever.
First take from the players.
Carl, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
And the first of many breakdowns.
Let's put this in perspective.
Then, as your game night continues, stay tuned for the ultimate late night baseball party. With live look-ins to the night's biggest moments.
MLB Tonight takes you live inside the park.
The best interviews.
I've never asked a player, do you need a blanket? It is kind of cold out there.
And cutting-edge analysis from TV's best former players fresh off the field.
Get your hands up.
There's nothing quite like MLB Tonight.
That is awesome.
This one takes the cake.
This is going to be a big deal tonight.
Exactly. You can't top that.
MLB Tonight, every night on MLB Network.
ToyotaCenter.com to find your 2023 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Brandon Marsh set to lead things off. Good day to be at the ballpark today. Another good crowd on this Wednesday afternoon before the Phillies head off for a pretty tough road trip. 3 in Milwaukee, 3 in San Diego.
Yeah. Yep. Milwaukee's playing good. San Diego's always a threat. They scare you.
Even though their year's been very confusing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They can just go off and score 10, or they can
just go off.
Just turn the page and not do anything.
1-0 to Marsh. Marsh takes low 2-0. He walked his first time.
I thought if any year the Dodgers would be taken over by the NL West team, it would have been the Padres this year. You know, the Dodgers lose Turner. Walker Buehler hasn't pitched.
Yeah, I think that was everybody's thought, right?
Yeah, but man, it just didn't happen. They get Bob Melvin, you know, so they thought, okay, you know, we got us an experienced manager who's done some great things in Oakland, and see how that goes. And just something ain't working for them.
Plus, they picked up Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah. Soto for a full year.
Yeah, Melvin made such a great impact on them. 2-2 to Marsh. 3-2. Outside ball 4. He walks for the second time. It's 3 walks. And it brings Rojas up. Base runners for the Phils to start this inning. What do you got, Taryn?
Yeah, well, Johan Rojas has got an RBI today coming into today's game. He'd been batting .333 over the previous 8 games of this homestand. Now, Rob Thompson was asked today, once Christian Pache is ready to come back, what do you plan to do with Rojas? And he said, I want to keep him here. He was after that's a credit to how Rojas has developed when at the dish, because their big concern was, can he bat against major league pitchers? He said, yeah, and he said, quite frankly, if Rojas goes 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, but he does what he's been doing defensively for us, that's a constant that I want to keep in our lineup and on our roster, guys.
Yeah, even think about that play earlier in the ball game off the bat of Grichuk that he was able to track down. There's a lot of center fielders, once they get turned around, they would not be able to recover and make that play.
He did it so smoothly, too. It's just, but that's the way you do it. That's the way you practice it. How many times you seen a guy try to turn the wrong way and they stumble and they actually lose a step by doing that?
Yeah, I think he's played himself into the role for the right-handed hitting center fielder.
Watch this ball off Grichuk's bat. Now watch it start hooking or slicing on him, and he was turned, and instead of turning toward his left shoulder, he turned toward his left shoulder and hit another bullet.
That one's out towards center field. Oh man, Rengifo nearly played that into a run for the Phils, or at least an extra base hit for Rojas. Again, he's playing center field because Mickey Moniak has back soreness.
Tell you what, though, you're pretty happy with Rojas with the swings he's got today. 1 base hit, and then that one right there got robbed by Rengifo. Yeah, he started coming in on that ball, and just pure athleticism makes that catch.
Garrett Stubbs got an RBI his last time up, swinging a foul. 0-1. Yeah, so this is the way things work as you look at this again. Man, look at the height he got on that.
Man, you wish he was using his infield glove to play center. If it was, he wouldn't have caught that baby.
So on September 1st, the rosters expand 2. 1 pitcher and 1 position player, not 2 position players or 2 pitchers. It's 1 and 1. So Pache will probably join the Phillies on September 1st. The Phillies will most likely have to add a pitcher at some point, whether it's Ranger Suarez or somebody for a day or 2 before Rangers activated. Stubbs takes low.
Yeah, I like that better than the 40-man. You know, you play a team that's out of the race. My gosh, you could see 20 pitchers in a game. Someone tried to do that last homestand.
That is true. That's popped up. He broke his bat. And Detmers, the pitcher, can't handle it. Alligator arms with the guys sandwiching around him.
Maybe there is a reason why pitchers can't catch pop-ups.
Our Allstate Mayhem moment.
Yeah, he just shortened his arms right there at the end. Watch, he's reaching out, and then all of a sudden, that right elbow goes right into his rib cage, and that's why he missed it.
Pitchers around the league are saying, oh, man, now they're never going to let us catch one.
We're not even going to work on it anymore. Stubbs had to go get a new bat. That other one kindling.
Way to knock it down.
Yeah, keep it in front. Keep the double play in order. It's key to any good outfield play, Tom.
Yeah, just don't let it get behind you.
Nope.
Ground ball foul. Another chance for McKenzie off the wall. Whoop. Took a bad hop off the cement.
Did. She might be tired too. She's been getting a lot of work down there.
Fly ball down the right field line, and that'll be out of play.
Hey, they've thrown some good at-bats up here on Detmers. 80 pitches, Tom. We're in the with one out in the fourth. It's not a good average.
The fourth full count. It's a spray job up the left field line. Marsh is speeding to third. The throw goes to second. How about that? First and third, one out after the pop-up was dropped.
Yeah, and Detmers can't be upset with anyone but himself. But you remember Garrett Stubbs' two-run base hit that way? That pretty much the same thing. Just use your hands, shoot that thing the other way with two strikes. Good hit, Garrett Stubbs. And good base running by Marsh to get to third. Yeah, that's, you know, we talk about exit velocity. It's fun to talk about when you hit one 400-something feet, but that's a beautiful thing right there too.
Seventh hit of the month for Garrett Stubbs, which you may think that doesn't mean a whole lot, but for him it does.
Yeah, it's what, 4 starts maybe in a month?
Yeah, really. Guys are taking a look at it.
And with all the off days and everything, you know, it's, you know, and JT doesn't really come out of games. Speaking of not coming out of games, this guy hasn't come out of any, has he?
No.
One. Didn't he miss one game?
Yes. It was just recently, too.
Yeah. About driving in this run, Kyle. Oh, hit me hard, written all over it, Tom.
Ball right side. That could be two. There's one. And the return throw is in time. 4-6-3. The other side is retired. The Phillies do threaten. They do not score. We played 4. We're on to the 5th. It's the Angels 2 and the Phillies 2.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too.
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Prescription eyewear can be really expensive. But here's a secret. Glasses don't actually cost that much to make. Surprise! Especially when you design your own eyewear and then sell it directly to your customers. Like we do. Oh, hi. We're Warby Parker. Our glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. And the best part? You could try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
Let's talk about ED. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What HIMS does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up for your fills at MLBshop.com. Cristopher Sánchez has held the Angels to 2 runs as we go to the top of the 5th inning.
Diego went out there to warm him up.
Did he go out there?
Oh, yeah. Giving JT a break.
Yeah, it is an off day for JT.
Yeah.
It's been 3 straight outings for Sánchez where he's got at least 6 innings. He's allowed 2 earned runs in each of the last 3. Here's Renfroe, who homered his first time up. He lines that one out to right center field. Marsh won't get it. It's going to take a hop off the wall. It just dies. And Renfroe is going to have his 31st double of the year. I figure somebody's going to take a chance on him, don't you think?
I would think, yeah.
And now Escobar.
I would think, you know, him, Giolito, Grichuk probably. I mean, someone, why wouldn't you?
What John's alluding to, what we're talking about, is that yesterday we heard reports that the Angels had placed 5 players on irrevocable waivers with the hopes of dashing some salary away. And the dirt 1-1, including Hunter Renfroe and Lucas Giolito. Here's the 5. Again, it leaked out right before the start of yesterday's game. So the waiver claim is about 48 hours, so teams can take them before September 1st and put them on their playoff roster. 1-1 to Escobar. Hits that one sharply foul. It's 1-2. Now, they're not the only team that put guys on waivers.
Every team has.
Yeah, it's just that the mass...
How it got out that quickly.
Well, and the number of guys got out that quickly.
Yeah.
As Giolito said yesterday, he said, listen, it's the business of baseball.
Yeah.
Sometimes the business is not the greatest, but it's the business of baseball. That one's topped over to shortstop. It gives Renfroe a chance to go to third, and Escobar beat it. It wasn't hit hard, and then Trey was a little slower to get it over as he wound up. And that'll wind up being an infield hit.
Give Escobar credit, man. Busting it down the line, not taking anything for granted. Hits off home plate. Saw Bryson Stott get a hit like that yesterday, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he beat it.
Now Velasquez.
And that's what you look for in a veteran player. It's on a team that's not going anywhere. Put guys on waivers. Everyone knows it. But these veteran players are still playing hard. I think that's a testament to Phil Nevin and the coaching staff that these guys want to play hard for them and for their future.
Yeah, it's pretty easy when you're out of it to give up at bats.
Yeah.
The key is not to give up at bats.
And not give up hustling. That's what Escobar did. Now he's got a second hit of the game.
A 1 pitch coming to Velasquez. And he bunts out a foul.
Oh, boy.
He bunted it, and it hit Stubbs.
Yeah, you knew it was going to happen. It always does to Garrett. Every game he catches, he gets hit at least once. Oh, right in the thigh.
Unprotected.
Unprotected. Because he's down on one knee. It just doesn't protect you. Every catcher does it now. I mean, I'm no genius, but if I kept getting hit in the thigh where I don't have padding, I'd probably have my crouch up a little bit so I could avoid that.
Velasquez, we mentioned, hitting 177. He's won for his last 20.
Now you know why they're attempting this safety squeeze. And this could be a sacrifice just to get Escobar to second. Renfroe doesn't run well, but if they're going to give you an out, take it.
He does deaden it. Sánchez, bobbled it. They had a play on Renfroe, but he tried to sweep it with his bare hands, and he couldn't hang on. And it's 3-2 Angels.
Yeah, Cristopher didn't have much chance at Renfroe. Renfroe got a good break on that ball. Well, if it had been clean, he might have had a chance. But your offense is scoring a ton of runs. Take the out, give them one, take the out. Now, you got first and second now and no outs with the top of the order coming up.
That's been scored a bunt hit.
What?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I don't know what they're taking, but give me some. Good Lord. If that's a bunt hit.
Yeah, I would think that. I don't think that can be scored a bunt hit, but it can be, I guess, but I don't know if it should be. But we'll let it go for the time being. I mean, there's so many options.
Yeah, I mean, Velasquez got a bad break because he was bunt. Look at that.
There's so many options.
He's a third of the way to first.
You can go sacrifice. You can go E1. You can go. I mean.
Okay. Well, they wanted more offense, Tom. Here it is.
At least going to get it for the time being. It's 3-2.
Well, I have it down as a sack E1.
That's what I had it down as. Shotwell, he'll lay out a bunt. Sánchez going to third. He got him. And he didn't even make a good throw over there velocity-wise, but Escobar may not have gotten a good read on that.
Yeah, he bunts it to Hopper back to Cristopher. He had trouble getting that out of his glove.
I think that's an odd call if that's called by the Angels to do that.
Yeah, I get Renjifo's been hot. Shawnoel hasn't really had great at-bats against Cristopher.
Yeah, I guess. All right, here he is. He's 1 for 2. Runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Phillies have Hoffman warming up in the bullpen. Top of the zone, 0-2.
Hey, what? I like him.
Renjifo?
Yeah. Play shortstop, center, anywhere. Switch hitter, pop.
Renjifo's got 8 hits this series, and he's down on strikes. That's a big out. 5 strikeouts for Sánchez.
Yeah, great pitch right there by Sánchez. That's what's weird. You see the spin. You see it's a changeup as a hitter. And lefty, you're expecting it to fade away from a right-handed hitter. That one kind of cut on him a little bit.
Well, here's Ohtani, who's 0 for 2. Hit into a double play as last time. 0-1. That double play was hit sharply to Bryce Harper over at first.
So he is human. Only hit 205 with 2 outs and runner scoring position.
He moves a lot in the box, doesn't he, John, when you see him in person?
Yeah. Yeah. Got happy feet up there. But it's pretty.
Gets that sharply through the hole on the right side. Rounding third, heading for home is Velasquez. The throw by Marsh, cut off by Harper. But it's now 4-2 in favor of the Angels. So an RBI single for Ohtani. Yeah, that's his 4th hit of this series. And Rob Thompson's coming up. And that's going to be it for Cristopher Sánchez. 62 pitches. He's going to go to the bullpen. So that'll bring Jeff Hoffman in. Phillies trail it by 2. We'll be back right after this.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want on the only live TV streaming service rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
With everything you have on your plate, earning your degree online seems impossible. But at Grand Canyon University, we specialize in helping you fit a master's degree in education into your busy day. Your graduation team, led by your own GCU counselor, provides you with the personal support you need to succeed. Achieve your goals with a plan and team behind you. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
What does the future of strength look like? It's a personal trainer that assesses your strength and adds weight as you progress. It's dynamic weight that adjusts for you in real time for a more efficient workout. Come on! And it's a roster of coaches that motivates you to get stronger, faster. The future is strength you can feel and results you can see. And you can only experience it on Tonal.
Here at the ballpark beginning Monday, September 11th. Everybody jump for joy. It's a day-night doubleheader for the first day, and then Tuesday and Wednesday are both at 6:40. Get your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. That'll give you plenty of time to pop open a Yingling or 2 or 3 or 4. As Jeff Hoffman will take over for Cristopher Sánchez, who goes 4 2/3 innings today. Rob Thompson, it looked like, wanted the matchup, the righty on righty matchup between Hoffman and Drury. Doesn't want this game to get too far away, even though the Phillies, they've been scoring a lot of runs. They've been averaging about 7 on this homestand.
But that's why the importance of taking outs when they give them to you with this, the way the Phillies offense is. Sánchez takes the out on the bunt. Right? Take the out at first. Ohtani doesn't hit in this inning.
Instead, he gets an RBI single. Now Drury is up. And that one's hit back toward the middle of base hit. Sean Noel's around third, heading for home. Rojas's throw goes to third, and Ohtani is out at third base. The run does count, though.
Yes, it does.
Sean Noel was already past the plate when Ohtani was tagged out.
What was he doing?
I don't know, but that's the second time he's been thrown out at third base for the final out of an inning in this series. 5-2 Angels as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
MLB Tonight, the ultimate late-night baseball party. See the night's biggest moments, the best interviews.
We all love DJ Dan.
And cutting-edge analysis from TV's best.
This one takes the cake.
That is awesome.
MLB Tonight, late nights on MLB Network.
It's like got it, stays fair.
Imagine an entire channel dedicated to taking you to the most exciting moments in baseball as they happen.
And it's gone!
With live look-ins to clutch at-bats.
A walk-off flare!
And players on the edge of making history.
This could be it! 62!
It's the best seat in the house at every ballpark. All commercial-free.
Can you believe it?
MLB Network Strike Zone. Wednesdays and Fridays, all season long. Sunday, on the next episode of MLB's Carded, join Greg Amsinger for a look at all things cardboard, from vintage to modern. We've got it covered. MLB's Carded, Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
EI, Building Brave Futures. Junior Marte has gone down to Lehigh Valley, and he's had an impact. Last night, 2 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, 37 pitches, 27 strikes. Here, we're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Phillies are into their bullpen. Fortunately for them, Shohei Ohtani made another base running mistake that ended the top of the 5th inning.
Not only did he get thrown out at third, he kind of shut it down about halfway to third. I don't know if he didn't think Rojas was going to throw it to third. I know Sean Noel's not like the fastest guy in the world, but he was going to score on that ball easily. Yeah. Good, and look, heads up play by Rojas for going to third. But I don't understand that base running by Ohtani.
Well, Dominic Leone is the new pitcher for the Angels. A swing and a miss by Trey Turner.
Yeah, there. See Ohtani at first. Now you see Sean Noel. He's going to score, but watch Ohtani just kind of shut it down. Now, I know yesterday he was limping after that play at third. Well, maybe that was it. Maybe he was trying to draw a throw.
Opposite way for Trey Turner. That one's hit well. It is off the scoreboard. And Hifo gets to it quickly, gets the throw in, and Turner has extended his hitting streak to 11 straight, 19 straight here at home, and that's his 30th double of the year.
Well, It's been a theme in this series. Angels get a lead. The Phillies take it back the next inning. I think they've only had 2 shutdown innings?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
1 or 2 in this whole series. Right, Phil's just, and that's why you take outs when they give you outs early in the game.
Yeah. Here's Bryce Harper, 299 home runs. Takes outside. First base is open. And he's been swinging a hot bat. He's 0 for 2 today. He's reached base safely in 12 straight games. Off the end of the bat, slowly to third. Escobar has it and throws to first, so 1 out.
It's a heck of a read by Trey at second base. Ball cued off the end of the bat by Bryce, and he saw where Escobar was playing, and Escobar had to come in to get it. He gets to third base now with less than 2 outs.
Well, now Castellanos, who's 1 for 2 today. Nick with 82 runs batted in, make it 83 runs batted in. He spins one out to right field, a base hit. It's a 5-3 game. 2 hits.
Here they come. So they say exit velocity is vastly important to judge a hitter. No, it's not.
Contact is.
Contact is the first and foremost.
Well, that's 145 hits for Nick. Remember, last year he had 138 the entire year. Stott takes inside, 1-0. Bryson is 1 for 2. He singled and scored his first time up.
I'd like to see Bryson hit 300. 298.
Outside. Yeah, with the hit earlier today, his batting average goes up a point. You have to look down the left field line to the ribbon board for the updated batting average. It's not on the big, beautiful scoreboard. Has some other cool numbers, like his career numbers against the Angels in 6 games. His pops up runners in scoring position numbers. 2 and 1.
He looks nervous. Tell you what, if there's anyone who can fall asleep in the batter's box and still get a hit, it might be him.
Swing and a miss, 2 and 2.
Might as well foul off a few, then get a hit. There's one.
Yeah, so the base hit he had in his first at bat was a 2-strike hit. It was the 75th. Aaron Loop warming up in the bullpen for the Angels. Ground ball out towards second, backhanded by Drewley. Soft flip to second, which cost him the double play.
Yeah, it did.
4-6 on the putout, but the inning is still alive. And here's Alec Bohm.
Yeah, that flip by Drury right there had a little too much hang time. But, give Velasquez credit for staying with it. Yeah, this is, like you said, they give you outs, take your outs. And that's a case right there where they had a chance to turn 2. And because of the glove flip, it didn't do it for him.
Ball was hit so sharply. Now Stott does run really well. I get that. Here's Bohm. Bohm hit by a pitch his first time up. Popped out to shortstop. in the third. It's sharply to short. Oh, man, Velasquez. He's a very good defender, and that one, he just had to defend his body, and he makes the catch. The Phillies do get a run. RBI single by Castellanos. We'll go to the 6th. It's 5-3 Angels.
You want highlights? Quick Pitch has you covered, packing all today's biggest plays into one lightning-fast hour.
What a play!
We live today, preview tomorrow on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network. This is Chris Bryant. This is Cristopher Russo. And this is the High Heat Hot Seat. Chris Bryant plays hard so he doesn't end up here. High Heat with Cristopher Russo, helping players play harder on MLB Network.
Listen to live blackout-free audio from every major league club.
And Aaron Judge with some thump.
Stream video of minor league games.
That's a go-ahead grand slam.
And watch the best baseball highlights and look-ins on MLB Big Inning. The all-new At Bat is your all-in-one live baseball subscription for only $3.99 per month.
There she goes. Home run, Pete Alonso.
Subscribe to At Bat within the MLB app today.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.TV's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
Is making his case for Philly of the Month. Bryce has stormed through August with power and consistency, hitting above .350 for most of the month, while sitting among the National League leaders in average, slugging, and OPS. When Harper returned, his power was the question. 11.9 at-bats per home run in August is the answer. And that's why he's the Philly of the Week. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Well, we go to the top of the 6th inning. It's a 5-3 ball game. Angels are on top by 2. And Randall Grichuk will lead it off against Jeff Hoffman. By the way, they've changed the Velasquez bunt to a sacrifice E1, which is the right scoring instead of a base hit.
Yeah.
He does get an RBI, which is also the correct scoring. Towering fly ball out to left. It's not deep. Turner's out, says he has it, waves at Schwarber, and one away. And now Logan O'Hoppe, who has doubled and scored and grounded out to third. Well, that's a good shot. They just had the play up on the big video board, but they had just the play. I mean, it looked really good.
What play?
The Turner one as he was going back, just how bright it looked.
Yeah.
Pitch is low, 1-0. Two balls, no strikes to O'Hoppe. Two and one.
Trying to go deep, wasn't he?
I think he was.
Yeah, there's nothing better than hitting a home run off the former team. Unless you're on the other team and you strike out.
Remember that day that he hit a home run at Yankee Stadium. It was an exhibition game. I mean, he crushed it, and he grew up going to games at Yankee Stadium. He's from Long Island. That was a cool feeling. It was cool to see too. He was basically a puppy at that point. He was a kid. He's still a kid. That one's deep down the left field line, going toward the pole. It is foul.
I think they better throw that slider away from him. He seems to be in the pull mode right now.
They got a piece of Estabrook, but he's got a cool mask, so he's okay.
That is a neat looking mask, though, especially this view. You got a catcher hitting and Stubbs there. You know they're going to take care of him getting hit in the face like that.
Fly ball, short right center. Marsh shading his eyes from the sun. And he makes the catch. 2 outs.
Can't get this guy out today.
No, Renfroe is 2 for 2. Breaking ball, it's 2-0. That's the thing about that bunt play, John, is it does change Sanchez's line. Now it goes from 5 earned runs to 3 earned runs. That's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
And it goes from 8 hits to 7 hits.
Yeah, well, even though it was his mistake.
Of course. 2-1.
Think they'll ever change that rule if it's a pitcher's fault? It's like he can't control the fielder.
Correct.
He can control himself.
Yeah, you know.
So if the pitcher makes an error, should they be earned runs because it's his error?
It's a great topic for sports talk radio. I remember bringing it up when I was hosting talk shows, and the phones would light up about it. Most people think it should be.
I think so too.
It's 2-2 to Renfroe. Swing and a miss. They finally got him out. 1-2-3, 6th inning for Hoffman. A nice job. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. A 2-run game. The Phils down 5-3.
You want highlights? Quick Pitch has you covered. Packing all today's biggest plays into one lightning fast hour.
What a play!
We live today, preview tomorrow on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network. This is Mookie Betts. This is Cristopher Russo. And this is the High Heat Hot Seat. Mookie Betts plays hard, so he doesn't end up here. High Heat with Cristopher Russo, helping players play harder on MLB Network.
To you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pennsylvanians are scratching their way to fun thanks to Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-offs. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And buy your local Ford store. Visit buyfordnow.com today. It's 5-3 Angels on top of the Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hey, yesterday some fantastic auction events took place here at the ballpark. 10-year-old Clark Stein got a pretty cool birthday gift from his dad Bradley, who won a chance for his son to take some swings from home plate against Phillies coaching staffs like Mike Calitri. That's him right there. Infield coach Bobby Dickerson was there as well. Then how about this? Zach Wheeler he was able to give a pitching lesson to a couple of 10-year-olds, actually a 10-year-old and his buddies, Tejas Badawa and Brij Badawa, and their son Arun. They all had a chance to interact with Zach. Top it off, both groups got to watch batting practice where they met over a dozen Phillies players, including Bryce and Trey Turner. I met those guys last night, actually.
Bryce?
I met Bryce, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Aaron Loop with Brandon Marsh leading it off. Fouls it back. Yeah, they were up here in the booth. One of the gentlemen, I don't know if it was the dad or not, but he had an old school Phillies zip up Mike Schmidt jersey. The old zipper jersey. That's authentic. Outside, 1-1.
Where was I when they were in here?
You
on the couch?
No, you were doing something. I don't remember. You were doing something though. You were not on the couch at that time because I know I went into the office to look for you. Down and away, 2-1. Could have been working out at that point.
Yeah, that's not happening. Oh, I think I did eat in the cafeteria. Usually I bring it back to the office. I think I ate in there. No, that was against the Cardinals.
2-2.
Sure, it'll come to me about 2 hours after the game's over.
Outside, 3-2.
Marsh swung yet today?
That's a good point. He's walked twice. I think he fouled one ball off down the left field line. Over to first, foul. The Angels know the splits. Left-handed against left-handers. Marsh 229. Against righties 312.
So they're just decide to walk him because they're confused about the numbers.
That is true. He did walk twice against the lefties. And that just missed. Now he's walked 3 times against the lefties. And here's Rojas.
He just blew past Nick with the walks for this month in this one game.
Yeah, 3 walks. Nick has 3 in August.
You tied him, huh?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Brandon.
It's his second 3-walk game of the year. Rojas takes strike 1.
Yeah, Rojas has hit a couple on the screws. 1 base hit, 1 got caught. Tried to hit one in his left center field gap.
That sprayed first. Foul. It's the voice of Jay McLaughlin overhead,
yeah,
John. 34,655.
And we still keep forgetting to get in the 50-50 drawing.
I think Larry got in the other day. He lost, though.
Yeah.
0-2 pitch. Foul back, trying to stay alive.
Thought he won, and that's why he took this series off. He's celebrating.
He was getting Stocker primed for this road trip.
Yeah. So you are going over to the Pfister for breakfast?
Probably, yeah.
That place scares me, man.
Even for breakfast?
I'd never get out of the room. You know that.
Ground ball up the third baseline, foul. Yeah, so we're staying in Milwaukee. We used to stay at this hotel called the Pfister. It's a well-known hotel in the Midwest. And, you know, there's some thought that it's haunted. We don't stay there anymore, but they have a great breakfast place right in the lobby.
I thought that room at Phoenix was
popped up over near first. Sean Owell shading his eyes from the sun. And 1 away. There you go, John. The 50-50. There's a good line for it right now. Keep buying, folks. Half the proceeds go to Phillies charities. The other half goes to one lucky winner.
When do they call that thing? How much is a ticket, first of all?
Well, it's 3 for 5, 10 for 10, 80 for 20, and 425 for 100.
All right, between innings, I'm going to go get some money. When they call this out?
7th inning. So you need to get your credit card. I don't think they take cash.
I'm not allowed to do that anymore, Tom.
If you want, Jimmy will do it. He's on the camera right now. Ground ball right side. There's a base hit to right field. Marshall stop at second. Stubbs has got 2 hits today. And now first and second with 1 out.
That is a heck of a backup catcher. He hit it to where Marsh had to wait for it to get past him. That's why Marsh couldn't go to third. Now watch Marsh right here. He gets a secondary lead, and then he has to kind of wait because I don't think he got a good read on that grounder, Tom. He was kicking his feet though to avoid it. But first and second, one out. Take that all day.
Inside corner to Schwarber. It's 0-1.
I don't think he thought that was a strike, Tom.
I'm with you on that one.
Oh,
0-2.
My goodness. That was a hanger. That could have hurt someone. See if Luke tries to sneak a fastball by him. Tried.
Lopez, he's one of those guys that's on waivers. Ground ball, foul, just foul. McKenzie waited because the crowd reacted.
Yeah, she did the right thing. I like it when they end up getting the ball. You've seen some of these ball kids down there. See, watch the roar, and then it's like, no, I ain't gonna get called for that. They ain't gonna. People ain't gonna yell at me. But how many times you seen it catch it, and then they get that shocked look on their face when they realize it's a fair ball, and they just drop it.
And a called strike 3. Outside corner. And now 2 outs, and Trey Turner's due up. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, Luke pitched him good. He had that one hanger that Kyle missed, and that's a 94-mile-an-hour sinker on the bottom quadrant of home plate, down and away. Good pitch.
We got a pitching change. They'll bring in the right-hander to face Trey Turner. We'll be back right after this. Wrap up the regular season at Citizens Bank Park. Get your 50-50 tickets and so many other things. It's Tuesday, September 26th against the Pirates. It's the first of a 3-game series, 2 6:40 games, the one at 6:05. Get your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. All right, Johnson, we got our tickets for today.
How?
Jimmy just did it.
Well, how much are you owing?
Well, you don't. I told him to take it out of my wallet. It's in the office. We'll split it.
All right, how owe you?
Yeah.
How many did you get?
I don't know, but I just told him to get them, and then we'll figure it out afterwards.
All right.
He used his phone on that, John.
Yeah, that's far beyond my realm of intelligence.
Trey Turner swings at the first pitch from Reynaldo Lopez. Lopez, 56th game this year. Last 12 games, John, the Phillies have outscored the opposition 55-12 from the 6th inning on.
Well,
and here we are in the bottom of the 6th.
That means a 3-run homer.
Swing and a high fly ball to deep left field. They've done it again. They take the lead. A 3-run home run for Turner, his 19th of the year. You can't slow this team down. It's a 6-5 game. It is a pretty incredible run.
It's unbelievable. And look at all these fans on their feet. Look at how they get up watching Trey. As soon as that ball leaves the bat, they know that sound. That is unbelievable. Oh, shoot. Bryce might as well get his 300th.
9 home runs since the standing ovation for Trey Turner. Here's Harper, and he takes outside. Everybody's standing now for Bryce as the Phillies have taken this lead 6-5.
They might be trying to give Trey a curtain call.
They might be. He
Look
wants
at
it.
This place,
it's
man.
amazing. Outside, 2-0. 299 home runs for Bryce. There he goes. There he goes.
Unbelievable. This team is simply unbelievable.
Time is called. Doesn't matter. Pitch is low. It's 3-0. It was not granted. It doesn't have to be by the home plate umpire.
You can ask for it all you want. It depends on what his mood is that day.
3-0. Ball 4, and Harper walks. It's amazing what this team has done and what Trey Turner's done this series. That's his 4th home run this series. 9 RBIs. Look how happy this little kid is. Look how happy he is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. And the kid beside him, they're all excited for him. That's wonderful. My gosh. Well, there's been plenty of opportunities to catch one this month.
You got a pitch timer violation. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Nick called it. The umpire heard it. This home run stuff, it just changes the entire complexion of a game. Out to center field. Renifo circles around on the track, makes the catch. And the inning is over, but the damage is done. Ladies and gentlemen, Trey Turner has had an amazing month of August. And it just keeps on keeping on. 3-run home run. Happiness all around.
Sure, you'll teach her to drive a car. Then use Greenlight and teach her to save up for her own car. Mowing lawns and getting paid. Navigate the world of earning, saving, and investing together. Invest in your best investment. Greenlight.
With Home Chef, you're home free when you're craving a home-cooked meal. Our oven-ready meal kits are easy to make and even easier to love. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meat simple.
Get 18 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
Welcome to the Aura Sleep Lab. You need a bit more deep sleep. Getting enough high-quality sleep increases immunity. Why? Because sleep helps fend off sickness. A good night's sleep boosts your number of infection-fighting antibodies and cells. And with your Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep deep and keep your immunity up. It's like having a sleep lab on your finger. Go to sleep with auraring.com.
Well, the Phillies just got a 3-run home run by Trey Turner, who's got a double and now a home run in this ball game. 19 home runs for Turner, and that's given the Phillies the lead 6-5 as we go to the top of the 7th inning. There's not much else you need to know about today's ball game. They are homer happy. This is the 58th home run the Phillies have hit here in the month of August, 3 shy of the National League record. It was set earlier this year by the Atlanta Braves, who had 61 in June. Not only that, this is now the most runs the Phillies have scored on a 9-game homestand since 1950.
Oh, my gosh. The Whiz Kids?
Yep. The pitch is low.
74 homers in a month by the Yankees.
Yeah.
It's like every other hitter is hitting a homer.
Matt Strahm is the new pitcher for the Phillies as he takes over for Hoffman.
There is a shock every day, Matty.
Swing at a foul tip. It's 2-1. High. Matt was not happy about that.
I mean, you think about it, the Phillies have been really good hosts this homestand. They let the other team score some runs, feel good about themselves. And
10 of the 11 games they've let the other team score.
You know, and then you're walking to the door expecting a good night kiss, and then they just turn your back on you and go in the house, and you're there by yourself.
Yeah, not only this homestand, but even prior. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, again, we've said it before. I think you've reiterated this. It's the sign of a good team when you can come from behind the way they have. So they lead at 6-5 here in the top of the 7th. 9 outs to go. Swing and a miss. 8 outs to go. 1 out here in the 7th. And now Velasquez coming up. Hey, don't miss out on the weekend baseball between the Phils and the Miami Marlins. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 8th, 9th, and 10th of September. Secure your seats now by going to Phillies.com. Marlins have struggled here in the month of August. Their bullpen has really struggled since the trade deadline. Velasquez is 0 for 1 with the sacrifice. He bunts left to the mound. Strahm's got it. Switches feet. Throws low. Dug out by Harper.
Of course.
2 outs.
That must be a more difficult throw than what we think. Well, first of all, you know, look, if he gloves that ball and turns the other way, the 360 turn, he squares his shoulders up to Bryce and can make a strong, accurate throw. Spun the wrong way, but watch it. See, if he spins the other way, that shoulder's already tucked into Bryce's chest when you throw.
Shawnoel takes outside, according to the home plate umpire.
That, Bryce is a savior. Saved him there.
Over to Bryce. Strahm's there to cover. 3-1 on the putout. 1, 2, 3. Go the Angels. Just 9 pitches for Matt Strahm. Time to stretch. Phillies 6, Angels 5.
We love going to games, but good seats get pricey. So we use Game Time. Game Time checks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals. We got our seats 20 minutes ago for 60% off. Last-minute tickets at the best price in seconds. Download Game Time now.
Let's talk about sex. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What Hims does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
If we weren't proud of the craftsmanship and level of detail that go into every pair of Warby Parker glasses, well, we probably wouldn't show you how they're made, including this part, which is our favorite. Wow.
6-5 Phillies. Ben Davis, Michael Barkan in our NBC Sports Philadelphia studio. To think all it took was a standing ovation or 2 or 3 back on August 4th for Trey Turner to come alive.
Yeah, he's come alive and then some. This guy's doing it all. I mean, rising to the occasion. He's playing great defense. He's stealing bases. He's hitting homer after homer. What was that, 4 home runs in 3 games?
Yeah. 4 and 3.
It's unbelievable. This guy it's the Trey Turner we expected coming out of spring training. It's the Trey Turner we're getting right now.
It sure is. Cristopher Sánchez struggles a little bit. But they're keeping him down, at least enough to have a lead right now, 6-5. We'll have much more coming up on Phillies Post Game Live. Talk to John Kruk about it next.
All right, guys, thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Lopez will continue on. He'll face Bryson Stott, and then Alec Bowman, Brandon Marsh. Phillies lead it by 1, trying to add on now. Stott is 1 for 3 today. But he takes low. It's 1-0. Aaron Luke, the pitcher that Lopez came in for, is charged with 2 of those 3 runs on the home run by Trey Turner. Stott waits opposite way, and Grichuk makes the grab, so 1 away here in the 7th. And now Alec Boehm's coming up. Boehm lifts it out to right center field when Defoe is there. Renhefo, excuse me, makes the catch, so 2 outs. And now Brandon Marsh after 2 quick outs.
Let's see if Brandon can get number 4.
Okay, he's walked 3 times. He was on base when Turner hit the home run. We're going to be talking about this month for a long time in Phillies history.
Oh, you have to.
Outside, 2-1. Yeah, the other thing about Turner getting hot here in August, it's allowed Rob Thompson to put the lineup together kind of the way he wants it to, which includes him batting second.
Yes.
That was short.
A little bit. Just missed. Well, Hoppy tried to frame it, but I don't think the worst umpire in the world could have missed that one.
Did you hear what Rob said today about he was on WIP this morning? They asked him about JT splits at home compared to the road. There's ball 4. Marsh walks for the 4th time. He said, well, you know, he has 4 kids, so that's why his numbers are a little lower at home.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Hey, Ben and Corey dive into what's behind the Phillies' record-breaking month at the plate. Bryce Harper returning to his old self and more. Check out the latest Phillies Talk podcast presented by Team Toyota. Matt Cord is not on the air today. Ball is popped up out towards second. Makes the catch. Drury does. I don't know if Matt saw it or not. He was chatting. Matt, did you see that he made that catch? What's up, buddy? We'll go to the 8th. 6-5, Phil's on top.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network. Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Visit ChevyDealer.com. Phillies lead it by 1, 6-5 as we go to the top of the 8th inning. A lot of leather being thrown around today, John. Our Hyundai defensive plays of the game.
Yeah, Bryce right there with the great play to get that double play. And Alec Bohm has just been spectacular over third base. That short hop he picks. And then maybe the greatest play of the game right there by McKenzie. That thing short hop with a chair in her hand. And that's our Hyundai defensive play of the game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
I thought that was very smooth, John, on your part.
Well, I had to read it because
you didn't want to offend Keita because she was holding the script.
Keita and Christine probably think I'm illiterate. And so they bring that out there to get me practice during the game of reading. And I'm going back to West Virginia, so reading is fundamental, Tom.
Gregory Soto is the new pitcher for the Phils.
We do a lot of reading there in West Virginia. We sit out on the
It'll make you relax.
buddy's back porch, and we get books and we read them. Then we have a group discussion about it. Kind of like a drunken book club, Tom.
Just stay on the same page for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it dawns on you on Sunday. Didn't we read this already?
Yeah.
0-2. Rengifo is 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. He got him. One out here in the 8th inning. And here is Ohtani coming up. He's 1 for 3. Let's check in with Taryn.
Thank you, Tom. Well, since we weren't going to get to see Shohei pitch, I asked Kevin Long about Ohtani's swing. And as a hitting coach, what he sees in Shohei Ohtani's swing. And he told me the thing that he really likes about it, he said there's a certain simplicity to it that allows him to replicate his form over and over and over again with efficiency. He said, when I look at Bryson Stott, it's what I love about his swing. The difference with Shohei Ohtani, though, is that he's got a whole lot of power when he replicates that swing. But he says it's amazing when you really break it down how similar he does it swing after swing. It's allowed him to be so incredibly efficient, guys.
Oh, he has been efficient. There's no doubt. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's hit in 7 straight games. Ohtani has 171 home runs in his big league career. Outside, 2-1. And everybody wonders, well, will he shut it down in the next week or so and have his surgery? Doesn't seem that way, but we'll see. 2-2.
No, you know, he might want to try to lead the league in homers. Driving over 100 runs, which he got 95. I mean, I'm sure he's going to get there. I don't know, though.
I would think he's already wrapped up the MVP, right?
I would think. But
just the combination of things that he's done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If I was, you know, he's a free agent. We get that. We don't know if he's coming back to Angels, but you know, I would have gotten it done just to show teams that, you know, you got an extra month of rehab.
Yeah. Well, my thought is that if he has it in the next couple weeks or at the end of the season, he still can't pitch next year anyway.
Absolutely.
But he could hit,
come
like
back
Bryce.
and hit. And you know, as a free agent signing, that's a pretty darn good signing if he can only hit. There they are, 2 superstars of our game.
At the knees to Brandon Drury.
He's asking him about what he wears under his thing to throw. Discussing Tommy John surgery. Right fielder and a DH.
Swing and a foul tip, 1-2. Biggest difference is that this is number 2 for Ohtani. That's the tough part.
What's that?
It's the 2nd surgery for him.
Yeah, I know.
Inside, 2-2.
Someone said if you tear it again, you're just basically done throwing the ball forever.
There have been pitchers, though, that have done it twice.
And I mean 3 times. If you have to have it a 3rd time,
yeah.
I mean, where else are they going to take that ligament from? You only have 2 legs.
Inside, 3-2.
That's where they take it from your leg? I think
that's a good question.
Take it from your leg. Or your wrist or somewhere.
I'm going to look that up for you, John, to make sure we have it right.
No, let's just make it up and open ourselves up for debate.
Ball 4. That'll put 2 on. So 2 on with 1 out. He's offering his ligament, John.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a ton of people that do.
Yeah. Odds powered by PointsBet. The Phillies have the lead. The current odds -700. Rob Thompson's going to go to the bullpen for Sir Anthony Dominguez with Randall Grichuk coming up. We'll be back right after this.
It's like that. Got him, it stays fair.
Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. It's like that.
You want highlights? Quick Pitch has you covered.
I'd say this calls for celebration.
Packing all today's biggest plays into one lightning fast hour.
Oh my goodness! What a play!
Every game. Every night.
Swing and a miss!
Every highlight that makes the headlines.
Are you kidding me?
We live today, preview tomorrow.
This race in the NL Central is getting good.
On Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
To town. Tuesday, September 26th is the first of a 3-game series, 2 night games. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. All right, so runners on first and second, and Sir Anthony Dominguez is coming in. Dominguez has inherited 2 runners here. This is his 45th game. With an ERA of 3.89. John, just to wrap up the Tommy John surgery, you can get it, the tendon, from your forearm, your hamstring, or your big toe.
Huh.
Grichuk lines one out toward right center field. Rojas won't get it. He'll play it on a hop. Ohtani held up. So that means the bases are loaded. That's a break for the Phillies.
Yes, it is.
But he did not read that properly. All right, so bases are loaded now. Logan O'Hoppe's the batter.
You know, that could be the reputation of Johan Rojas.
Could be. Yep. Rob is signaling where he wants the infielders to line up. So O'Hoppe is 1 for 3. Check swing, foul ball.
Right, hit a lot of things down there.
Sure did, and almost hit Dusty. Gregory Soto is responsible for the 2 runners in scoring position right now. Hit sharply, foul, just foul.
Ooh, that baby was whistling down there.
It was.
Big pitch right here.
Foul ball that got Stubbs. Second time today he's been hit on a foul ball. Same leg too.
Yeah, that's funny because you look in the dugout and, well, there's JT, but Rob Thompson, Mike Calitri, they don't even make a move. It's just typical. Strom's going to pitch. Garrett's going to get hit by a couple foul tips.
2-2.
Finish this one, Sir Anthony.
Popped up. Left side. Infield fly rules called. Big pitch. Big out. 2 away here in the 8th inning. And Renfroe is coming up. Back in the second inning, Renfroe hit a 2-run home run.
Yeah, we know Hunter Renfroe has that unbelievable power.
Way upstairs, 1-0.
But this is huge right here.
Broke his bat, looped it out to right center. It'll drop for a hit, and the Angels will take the lead. It's his 3rd hit of the day. He's got 4 RBIs. as Renfroe erases the one-run deficit. It gives the Angels a 7-6 lead.
That's a heartbreaker. Pat broke, hit it off the end, fights it off over the head of Bryson Stott. Well, he hit it off the end of the bat. I thought he got jammed, but hit that ball off the end of the bat and just won't dent a blade of grass, but it'll score 2 runs.
So now it's 7-6 Angels, and Escobar is the batter. Escobar has 2 hits today. Thompson way up there. Out of play. The 2 runs that have scored are charged to the line of Gregory Soto, who walked those 2 guys. Balls, 2 strikes.
Tell you what, Grichuk is way down that line. Anything it bounces, it just gets past Garrett Stubbs a little bit. Grichuk could probably score. He was halfway to home having that pitch.
Swing and a miss. He got him. And the inning is over. But the damage was done. The Angels scored 2 on the base hit by Renfroe. Triple short of the cycle today. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Phillies down by 1.
It's like got him and stays fair.
Modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan. Off Base, with interviews and coverage of baseball's hottest stars.
I've done a couple interviews in my life. This probably is the most fun I've ever been a part of.
Only on MLB Network. The next generation of baseball has arrived.
And I am here for it.
Keep an eye on the new faces of baseball on Off Base, the modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It's all about things you haven't seen before.
Only on MLB Network.
Classroom now for the Fanatic About Reading program presented by Xfinity. This free incentive-based program encourages students in grades pre-K through 8 to read for a minimum of 15 minutes per day to improve their literacy skills. Go to Phillies.com/reading for more info. All right, Matt Moore is the new pitcher. First time he's appeared in this series. And Moore is one of the 5 players that was put on waivers by the Angels, according to reports.
Trying to get everything out of him they can, huh?
He's had a good year for them. And Stubbs tries to bunt his way on, which is not a shocker. I mean, Garrett does have 7 bunt hits this year. Lopez, 1 into the third, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks, no strikeouts. Stubbs pops it foul. He's got 2 hits today and an RBI. In fact, the 7 through 9 hitters for the Phillies have 3 hits, 4 walks, 2 RBIs. A little productive there, Johnny.
Yeah, on base percentage of 9 million. Marsh with 4 walks.
Dribbled foul. Down the right field line, hooking, foul.
If that was fair, it's just.
If there was a roof, it would pop right off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, 2. Just off the outside corner. 96 from Moore.
Tell you what, you're happy to see Matt Moore doing well. He's such a great guy when he was here. I imagine he still is.
I think that somebody will probably pick him up before the deadline.
I do too.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Texas Rangers pick him back up again. Kimbrel's stretching, Pilotti's throwing, Stubbs is checking, he went around. So 1 away here in the 8th inning. And back to the top of the order for Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, Garrett thought he held up, but
body moved a little bit too much.
Body was. You know, that's one of the keys to hitting is trying to keep your head from drifting over your front foot, but Garrett didn't quite get that one that time.
Outside to Schwarber. San Diego and St. Louis are tied at 3. That game's in the 6th inning. They've gone to the bottom of the 5th at Wrigley. It's the Cubs 2, the Brewers 1. Outside again, 2-0. Excuse me, 2-1.
That's not the 2-1 swing you want right there. Got a fastball down and away. Really good pitch by Matt Moore, but when after you start your swing, you're happy you didn't hit it fair.
Line drive, base hit to right field for Schwarber. So the tying run is aboard here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and here comes Trey Turner. Check it with Taryn before he bats.
Thank you, Tom. Well, you mentioned Trey Turner has hit in 19 straight games here at Citizens Bank Park. Over that span at home, his batting average is .408 with 24 RBIs, 7 home runs, 9 doubles, 17 extra base hits here in South Philly during that span. The thing that's interesting, I got to sit down with Trey the other day, and he goes, all of this is a little surreal for me because I'm genuinely the guy. I just want to come into work, play some good baseball, and usually go home. He said he'll take all the positivity, but he said especially those post-game interviews, getting the cold water dumped on you. He said the guys, they always bring me gross snacks that I don't want to eat. He said he did finally get a good one the other day. He said all this is a little bit out of the box for me, but hey, if it keeps the hits rolling, we'll keep it rolling.
That's right. He swings through the first one for Moore after the meeting on the mound. It's 0-1. It's nice to see, though. You know, he's obviously making a lot of money. He's trying to live up to that, and he certainly has. He's lifted it up here in August. Down low. The last 5 guys that have had a 19-game home hitting streak here at Citizens Bank Park. Segura, Cesar, Placido, and Scott Rowland. 19 or more. Out in front, 1-2. Splits are good. 96 fastball, 85 changeup with Moore, who at one time was an excellent starting pitcher.
Yeah, threw hard when he first came up with Tampa.
Harper on deck.
Ooh. Good eyeballs right there.
Home plate umpire thought it was high.
That's all that matters. Look at this place.
34,000 and change on their feet. With one out, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Not that time. Second strikeout for Moore. And now here's Harper with another chance to reach 300.
You don't think, right?
Well, you can always think it the way things are going now.
Down one, runner on first, 2 outs, 299 career homers. Last game of the homestand.
Does not have a career hit against Matt Moore. And a high fly ball to deep right center field. Could he have done it? Renfro's going back toward the wall. It's gone! It's number 300!
Oh my God.
It has given the Phillies the lead. Bryce Harper has just hit his 300th career home run. He's done it in his 1,481st game, and the Phillies have taken the lead.
What more can they give us?
I don't know.
Wow.
Out of the 300 home runs, 69 have now come against the left-hander.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing what this team is doing.
Pretty incredible. They talk so much about the crowd lifting them up. Bryce just lifted the crowd up and everybody else in Philadelphia. And the great thing is that he got to do it here at home.
And you saw it when he came out for the curtain call. He pulled his jersey up, kissed the... Did that kid catch the 300 homer?
He did. Castellanos fouls it up the third base line.
Kissed the Phillies across his jersey. That man was meant to play here. Good Lord, I mean, you're just at a loss.
Thinking about it.
You're at a loss for words to describe it.
Inside, 2-2. He becomes the 5th player in Major League Baseball history to hit his 300th home run while wearing a Phillies uniform. He joins Chuck Klein, Roy Sievers, Mike Schmidt, and Ryan Howard. Chuck Klein retired with exactly 300 home runs. Harper is not done, nor are the Phillies. Castellanos with a bloop single, his 3rd hit of the day. Here it is again. just soak it in.
Yeah, just let the viewers enjoy it.
Bryson Stott now the batter.
We get paid to do this.
Yeah, we do.
That is something.
Roy Sievers played for the Phils in 62, 63, and part of 64. He had 318 home runs overall in his career. Of course, Michael Jack and Ryan Howard. He's got a flair for the dramatic. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he hit his 200th home run. It was also his 1,000th base hit. There you go. Players to hit 300th career home run with the Phillies. Low, 2-1.
Well, I hope we're around to call his 400th and 500th.
Yeah. Scott Lauber from the Philadelphia Inquirer did a great piece about the home runs that Bryce has hit in his career. Just the order of them, from the Stauffer one, which was the first one, to this one from Matt Moore, who he's never homered against. So that means you add another one to the list. It's 224 different pitchers that he's homered against.
He likes to spread the wealth, Tom.
Two and two. Grounded foul. And they also have the lead 8-7. Bouncer over to second base. Drury waits for it. He better hurry, and he does, just in time to get Stott, who's frustrated he didn't beat that one. No frustration here for the Phillies. Folks, just take a look. I mean, it's just the sweet swing. Watch the.
You want highlights? Quick Pitch has you covered, packing all today's biggest plays into one lightning fast hour.
What a play!
We live today, preview tomorrow on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network. If you love baseball, you need to watch baseball's show of record, MLB Tonight.
We've got a bunch of games kicking off.
Who gets you ready to start the evening? These guys.
With Harold Reynolds, I'm Adnan Burke. Good to have you with us.
Join Harold and Adnan for a first look at the night's matchups.
Shohei Ohtani. We're going to talk about this guy forever.
First take from the players.
Oh, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
And the first of many breakdowns.
Let's put this in perspective.
Then, as your game night continues, stay tuned for the ultimate late night baseball party. With live look-ins to the night's biggest moments.
MLB Tonight takes you live inside the park.
The best interviews.
I've never asked a player, you need a blanket? It is kind of cold out there.
And cutting-edge analysis from TV's best former players fresh off the field.
Get your hands up.
There's nothing quite like MLB Tonight.
That is awesome.
This one takes the cake. This is going to be a big deal tonight.
Exactly. You can't top that.
MLB Tonight, every night on MLB Network.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you. Play ball. It's all the...
Done it. Renfro's going back toward the wall. It's gone! It's number 300!
Oh, my God.
It has given the Phillies the lead.
It's the modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan. Off Base, with interviews and coverage of baseball's hottest stars.
I've done a couple interviews in my life. This probably is the most fun I've ever been a part of.
Only on MLB Network. Keep up with every team on MLB Network wherever you go. Just download the MLB app. Click MLB.
And a high fly ball to deep right center field.
Oh,
Could he have done it? Renfro's going back toward the wall. It's gone! It's number 300!
Oh, my God.
It has given the Phillies the lead. They do have the lead, and now Kimbrel will step into the jungle and face Mike Moustakas to start things off as the Phillies are trying to close out an amazing homestand. 59th game for Kimbrel. He's got 21 saves. Moustakas pinch hitting for Andrew Velasquez. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The game has gone back and forth all day long. But this never say die Phillies ball club just isn't going to go away. And the 0-2 pitch. Shot the other way by Moustakas. That is a foul ball by inches.
Do you know you're going well? It was foul.
And by the way, that's Jake Cave in left field, so he's inserted into the game defensively.
That ball's so far foul, Tommy. You need to look at it. Hasn't been the greatest offensive series for Mike Moustakas, so he's probably thinking, what? Come on.
And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. It went between the legs of Stubbs. Moustakas doesn't run well, but he's going to get to first. It'll be a strikeout, wild pitch. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Dear drivers, Toyota has 20 models with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places. By the Xfinity 10G network, the future starts now. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. So Trey Cabbage will pinch run over at first. He is the tying run.
Well, here's the issue you have now with that strikeout wild pitch, I guess it was called.
Yep.
You know, unless they turn a double play, you're going to have to see Ohtani one more time.
Ground ball right side. That's going to leak into right field, a base hit. And Cabbage will go to third. For Shotwell, it's now a Angels franchise record for most hits in a row to start a career. It's 10 consecutive games for a kid who was in college earlier this year.
Yeah, it's like nothing phases him. And now you got this decision by Rob Thompson. Do you play back for the double play? Let the run score to tie the game? And let Ohtani hit with no one on, or do you? This is.
Oh yeah.
You got to play it in, I guess, and try to keep that winning run off, or tying run from scoring. But this is tough here.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. Rengifo has struck out the last 2 times.
And he's been chasing a lot of breaking pitches, off-speed pitches by the Phillies pitchers the last couple.
Outside, 1-1. 0 for 1 against Kimbrel. Two and 1.
Well, the last thing you want is Ohtani hitting with the bases loaded.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I have to be afraid to throw a fastball here in the strike zone to Rengifo. He can hit the fastball.
Center field. Rojas going back, got turned around again. Tagging from third is Cabbage. He's coming home. The throw goes to second. And the Angels have tied the game up at 8. So the third blown save of the season for Kimbrel. The sacrifice fly makes it an 8-8 game. Reminder, the Phillies are 60-2 when taking a lead into the 9th inning. Ohtani takes a strike. The shame of it is this inning began with a strikeout. It just went to the backstop. Ohtani has an RBI today. He's walked and scored also. Right down the middle.
I think Shohei might have been looking for the breaking ball.
Does have a hit against Kimbrel. Swing and a miss. He got him. Two outs.
That is huge.
And now Brandon Drury.
Yeah, nothing fancy with Kimbrel. He's 3 straight fastballs gets by Ohtani.
Pretty good pitch. One and one. 97 on that one.
He's feeling that fastball. Kimbrel is.
One and two. Every time a Phillies pitcher throws a pitch of 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. Runner at first base. Tie game, top of the 9th inning. And the 2-2 to Drury. Hit in the air to right center field. That's well hit. Marsh is going back toward the scoreboard, and the Angels have the lead again. A 2-run opposite field home run for Brandon Drury. It's his 3rd RBI, his 2nd and 3rd RBIs of the day. And it's a 3-run 9th inning for LA. And give them credit. They're not going away.
No, they're not. They, there's pride. You don't want to be swept. That just makes it a little more difficult on the Phillies, but a fastball just out over the plate. And,
well, he knew it.
Yeah, he did. Well, he's been watching a lot of balls go out of the ballpark this series, so he's pretty used to the sound and how much it's carrying. Got to finish it here.
Grichuk outside, 1-0. What is that again, John?
Samurai
helmet. Up high, 2-0. Runs have not been on a short supply in this game or in this series.
No, it has not. That's one thing about the Angels. Now they got some guys who can swing it.
3-0 to Grichuk. And ball 4. Just walked him on 4 pitches. And that'll bring Logan O'Hoppe to the plate.
Yeah, warming up down there, Dylan Covey.
It's Bellotti. No, I'm sorry. It is Dylan Covey, John. It was Bellotti before.
Yeah, didn't Bellotti throw a lot of pitches last night in the ninth?
He did.
Kimbrel had to get up in the ninth because of that, and he pitched 2 games prior to that. So
Bellotti threw 27 pitches.
yeah, according to pitchers I know, they think that tired arm doesn't mean lack of velocity, it means lack of command. I think you're seeing that here right now with Kimbrel.
This will be the 25th pitch. It's going to wind up being his last batter, too, if he loses him. Fly ball center field. Rojas, he'll glide over and make the grab. The inning is over, but the Angels have not only erased the one-run deficit, they've turned it into a two-run lead. But you know what? This homestand's been pretty special. Let's see if there's one more special moment.
Sunday on the next episode of MLB's Carded. Join Greg Amsinger for a look at all things cardboard, from vintage to modern. We've got it covered. MLB's Carded, Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Camry turning point of the ball game, and here it is. It's the Drury home run the opposite way.
Yeah, he knew it too, and that's, you know, Marsh goes back to the wall, but nothing anyone can do about that, baby. Two-run homer, put the halos up here. That's our Toyota turning point of the game. But Tom, we got a plethora of changes.
Yeah. See Cabbage in left, Grichuk is in center. And Rengifo is now at shortstop. And Carlos Estevez, the closer for the Angels, is on to try to close this one out. He converted his first 23 saves. Then blew 2 of 3. That was in early August. They haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to close games out. Here's Alec Bohm to start things off. And Bohm lines one to left field. It's hooking foul. He knew it too. He wasn't really moving up the line.
Well, he never dropped his bat, so that's kind of a telltale. But isn't that the way the inning started for the Angels last inning? Just a ball down the left field line by Moustakas that was just foul?
Yeah.
Huh.
You're laying the groundwork, Johnny.
The groundwork has been laid. Yeah, just bring in a couple cement trucks and get it nice and smooth. be all good.
Oh, 0-2. Two. Spun foul behind home plate. Strike three. Bottom of the zone. 97 miles an hour. Looks like a pretty good pitch.
That's an outstanding pitch.
Road trip begins in Milwaukee on Friday night. Our Verizon projected starters. Zach Wheeler against Freddie Peralta. It's a good pitching matchup. And yes, this could be a preview of what we're seeing in the postseason at some point.
So the Phillies are off tomorrow?
Off tomorrow, John.
That's good. Get that bullpen rested for that Milwaukee series.
Here's Marsh. He's walked 4 times. Takes strike 1, 0-1. Milwaukee is trailing right now in the 7th inning, 2-1 to the Cubs.
The Harry Pods have taken the lead over the Cardinals 4-3 in the 7th.
That's it as far as the Phillies are concerned until later on. Although Cincinnati and San Francisco are underway, it's scoreless in the 2nd. Foul back 1-2.
Miami, or no, that's Minnesota. 2-2 in the 10th with the old Guardians. I think Marsh is going to have to hit his way on here against Estevez.
Way upstairs, 2-2. Phillies need a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. It's Rojas right now. Yeah, the 2-2 coming. Foul back. Trying to stay alive. It's Rojas then Stubbs, although they can use a pinch hitter for one of the two. And don't forget, Cave would be batting where Schwarber bats. So they made that substitution. There's Jake.
He can't walk 5 times, can he?
Or he could. He does fight a lot of things off, doesn't he?
It's unbelievable. Nothing's easy. If you're the opposing pitchers, these guys battle, man. They put up some good at bats.
And now the 3-2. Swung on, hit foul again.
See the face on Estevez right there. He thought, man, I made a good pitch up and away. 96.
The 3-2 again. Again fouled off. Nobody has walked 5 times in the game here in 2023. Brandon Marsh has walked 4 times today. 9 guys have walked 4 times, including Marsh. I don't know how many of them have fouled off a dozen baseballs.
Well, they are a generous group, these guys, so they like giving out those souvenirs.
Ground ball right side. And the battle is won by Estevez. And there are 2 outs here in the 9th.
Look at Estevez, though, shaking his head like, oh, thank God that's over.
Now young Johan Rojas. Trying to keep this baby alive. All those fastballs, and he throws him a slider.
Probably tired of throwing fastballs.
He could be. He goes, let me change this up a little bit. Line drive down the left field line. He got out front just a little bit on that one. 1-2. Phillies have gifted the fans with an amazing homestand. And maybe the hopes of one final half inning of excitement.
Oh, man. Can you imagine? 2 outs. Rojas gets on. Stubb does his thing. Cave.
And the pitch. Swing and a foul tip, and the ball game is over, and the Angels have salvaged the final game of the series on what has been a terrific homestand for the Phillies as they win it by a final score of 10-8. Bottle it up, folks. If you can do this the rest of the year, you're going to be in pretty good shape, and this place is going to be rocking come October. So here are the wild card standings. The Phillies are 4.5 games up at 74-59. And obviously where they are as far as their lead depends on what's happening with some of the other games. Shohei Ohtani still is not homered here at Citizens Bank Park in his young career. We'll save that for another time. Our Chevrolet player of the game, Brandon Drury, has, including today, a 2-run 9th inning go-ahead home run the opposite way that helped the Angels knock off the Phils by 2. Bryce Harper hit his 300th home run. That was a pretty special moment here at the ballpark. Our next broadcast will be the start of a 3-game weekend series against the Brewers, 8 o'clock at NBC Sports Philadelphia, streaming on the NBC Sports app. Phillies pregame live begins at 7:30. The senior producer of Phil's Baseball, Jeff Halleckman. John DeSangro is our associate producer, and today's director, Nick Marquetta. For John Kruk, Taryn Hatcher, and our entire crew, I'm Tom McCarthy. Thank you for watching. Phils lose it. They had a heck of a homestand, though. Stay tuned. Kira Auto Insurance presents Phillies Postgame Live, coming up next.